Hmm?
No sleep?
No, I was able to get it off this time.
Cooper, how are you feeling after a week of not having played on Sunday?
Yeah, I feel good. I think the training staff and um, the guys just involved in making sure the guys stay up, do the things we're supposed to do so we can kind of turn the bodies over and be ready to go this week. They did a great job, and obviously I've trusted those guys and their knowledge of the human body, as it were. So, yeah, feeling good.
You've had a lot of big touchdowns from Jared in your career. When you look at, I know you study defense more, but when you see what he's done, how have you seen him change and or grow?
Yeah, well, man, sure, he's still making some big-time throws. I think that's been consistent throughout his career. Being able to stand in the pocket and deliver balls to some spots that you just don't think they're going to be able to get there, and he does it. And I don't know. I'm obviously not. I think the biggest areas of you see as a quarterback are when you're able to experience it and see it. But it seems like just his command of that offense and how he's leading guys and how he is, getting managing the game, getting guys in the right spots and doing that stuff has been pretty special. And he's having a great year. So.
Cooper, apologize if you already answered this question, but all season long, Cooper has talked about wanting to be a sponge around you and just soak up as much as he can. What has your communication been like with him this week, kind of preparing for his first playoff game?
Yeah, I think just keeping it as the normal. It's a normal week. You try not to treat these any different than you would any other game, and you prepare the same way. You have your process. You go about it the same way as you would any other game. And I think I don't think there needs to be a whole lot of conversation around it. It's just you prepare just the same way you have. You get out there once the game starts. It's gonna be the same game we've played. The last 17 games, and you go out there and let it rip.
This should be your first playoff game since the Super Bowl. The Lombardi's out there is probably a subtle reminder to everybody, I guess, of what's possible. How much can you guys lean on that experience in helping you in this kind of environment?
Yeah, well, I think I kind of touched on that. It's like not making it more than it needs to be. Let this be it. It is a postseason play, and obviously it's a well-earned opportunity to be able to keep playing this game. While there's a lot of teams that aren't able to do this, but we get the opportunity to come out here and practice and go out there and play football again. But I think the biggest thing is understanding that this is going to be just another game. You got to treat it as such, and you're like I said before, the preparation that you have going into it doesn't change. And once you step on the field, you get up there for the first snap, it's the same game.
Kevin said that it just now in there that in terms of working through the nonverbal communication stuff and game planning specifically for this week, he said the message has been, if you don't know, ask. You've mentioned that before in terms of the collaborative nature of how you guys are with each other. But what does that look like when you're specifically talking about nonverbal stuff, getting those, I guess, P's and Q's correct?
Yeah, I think there's an emphasis on the nonverbal communication. Fully expect Ford Field to be rocking and not be able to hear much. I know, Matthew's had a trick in the past where he's been able to go like this there and things get quiet, but I don't think it's going to work anymore. There is definitely a nonverbal part of it. Because you can yell as much as you can, but at the end of the day, you're reading lips and hopefully signing people what's going on. And but we've been in these environments before and had to communicate, and there's obviously been an emphasis on that all year. So something that we're comfortable with and understand that's going to be a part of the game.
Other than just the actual play call, is there anything that the loud environment affects you guys?
Yeah, well, it should. I mean, there's obviously the communication from a quarterback at the line of scrimmage, protections and being able to audible and things like that. But like I said, being able to be in a place where guys are able to work together, communicate with each other. The offensive line is very in tune with the things that are happening up front, and then us as receivers being able to help and be able to anticipate kind of some of the things we might be hearing from Matthew. So then when we are getting an audible or something from him, we can anticipate kind of what that is, even if we aren't able to hear it exactly, but we're able to kind of make out what the idea is behind what we're trying to get done. And then communicating with each other. There's, in our offense, there's usually someone standing right next to you, and be able to talk to each other and make sure we're all on the same page.
We know you are preparing for like another week, but specifically this draw on Sunday when you found out it was going to be the Lions, did any of you guys at all go up to Matthew and you know this is going to be a special one for him, considering his history in Detroit?
Yeah, I think it was more so as a jab of knowing that you guys were going to be coming after him this week. That's really what it was. So, guys understand it's a special thing for him being able to go back to a city that he spent a ton of time in, had roots in, has so many people there that he has great relationships with, and man, he, as much as I know he feels so thankful for how Detroit has invested in him, he also did an incredible job investing in Detroit, and I know he holds that city near and dear to his heart, so I know it's a special thing for him. But yeah, it's more so the jabs that you're gonna have a few more media requests this week, and but at the end of the day, we know it's football as usual.
Given all that you kind of went through this season from a physical standpoint, and having had last week to kind of sit out and rest, do you feel like this is a little bit of a fresh start, second season for you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I kind of take that mentality. I think everyone's you hear it called the second season, and it is. You have to earn this opportunity, but it is a continuation. Like I said, it's your process doesn't change just because you hit this point. Your process, how you prepare, none of that changes. I came in Wednesday just like I have every other Wednesday. For the last however long, and it's like, hey, this is just what we do. We got another opportunity to go play football, and that feeling doesn't change.
But did you feel any better this Wednesday, fresher?
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, yeah, I do. I mean, there's, like I said, kudos to the Reggie and the training staff, the strength staff for how were able to turn some of those guys. Some of us got an opportunity to have last week to get our bodies turned over, and so very thankful for them and the plans they put together for us.
Cooper, today, Raheem said there's nothing better in the NFL than going in on the road in the playoffs and being the Darth Vader to someone's Star Wars. When you hear that, is that Tampa Bay? What is that for you?
The Darth Vader to someone's Star Wars. Raheem said that? Interesting. And so I'm sorry, what was the question?
So, does that, let's take the first part, nothing better than winning on the road in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I mean it's great to be able to go into. I mean you love being in that place. There's something about being in a stadium and knowing it's just you got your guys, you got your 53 guys on the sideline, and it's like it's you against everyone. You can go out there and find a way to walk off this field with a W. That's a fun thing to be able to do. So whether it's playoffs, whether it's going in and winning on the road is really fun.
Is there anything Matt has been able to share with you as far as advantages you might have at Ford Field? One side of the stadium's open, one side's closed. It's loud on one end, and things like that. Just little things that might be helpful to know about where you're playing.
Yeah, no, I tried touching on some of that stuff, just kind of talking to him. Because I didn't get the opportunity to play there. We played there back in 2018. I didn't get the opportunity to go play. But he seems to not remember a whole lot about the stadium for whatever reason. But yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, it's it's another football field, it's another stadium. It's we know that the crowds are going to be going, and we have an opportunity to go play the game we love, and I think that's where our focus is. Perfect. Thanks, guys.